let's think about a 4-year-old. Their processing is really pretty low. And it's interesting because we found a lot of, 100% really, of kids that come to us with this label have low auditory processing especially. Sometimes it's visually processing, but the auditory processing is just so key. And I know if you've heard me before, you think, okay, she's just a broken record on this. But it's so very important. And I just see the correlation between the auditory processing and the symptoms of low auditory processing, and the correlation between this checklist are almost 100%. I mean, there's just at least 3/4 of the symptoms are caused by low processing. So a lot of people may not know what we're talking about there, so I just want to share a little bit about that.
Yeah, definitely. And then you have a link on the homepage on your website, Little Giant Steps, for an auditory processing test. That's free.
Exactly. And so people can learn tomorrow exactly where their child is in auditory processing. And I encourage you to test your whole family, because it just can raise the functional ability of every person in the family if they have this skill. And it's a skill that can be developed. And when I was talking about the societal practices, we become a very visual society. And we do, videos and video games, and we're on our phones, and we're just doing visual all the time. And so that really affects our ability to just listen and develop that sequential processing. So that's holding all those pieces of information together so that you can utilize those. That's your short-term memory. So you can imagine if your processing is more like a 4 or 5-year-old, developmentally, you're going to act more like a 4 or 5-year-old. And so it doesn't have to do with a disease or a disorder. It has to do with this low processing. And we've seen kids that it just makes all the difference